Here we are, lesson 8, melody 2. Um, when I started this course, and uh, I set it out as for 8 modules or 8 lessons, and it's just been so much fun. It looks like it's going to go 2 more. So we have this lesson 8, as it says on intonation. That's the melody of language, melody 2, and being expressive. And then the next one after that, lesson 9, is on rhythm. And that's maybe the most popular lesson of the system. That's where we use boxing gloves. So that'll be fun. So anyway, and then 10, I've decided, will be sort of a review of the entire course, going through all of the MT4s, and maybe a couple new ones at the end of that. So here we go. As usual. I don't know who that guy is there with the guitar. In fact, I think that picture is from Japan, if I'm not mistaken, about 15 or 20 years ago. Anyway, so here's a little warm up. And this is actually a activation exercise and a review of the 5 MT4s that we did in lesson 7. So it's pretty simple. In fact, I think I'll stand up and do this one. Like I said, as you should probably almost always stand up when you're doing this stuff. So the idea of this one is just to practice basically the objective of the lesson, which is to be able to talk at so what we'll call mid pitch, high pitch, mid pitch, and low pitch. So in the system, we use just 3 levels: high, mid, and low, a bit like in music. And in the warm up, again, going from left to right as always. Right? So the first one is at mid, we're going to use the same sentence, peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And we will use the MT4 from lesson 7 as part of the warm up. So something like this: peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Do that again. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Then we're up to high pitch. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Back to mid pitch again, this time with flat. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Down to low pitch. Here we're using a fall rise. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Then we'll come back up to mid pitch and do a rise fall from lesson 7. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So there's your warm up. And as always, I would recommend you do that 3 times. It's a good one. In fact, very interesting, even doing it myself just then. We have here in Chattanooga, we have a lot of pollen in the air. I can feel it in my throat. I'm just outside, just breathing it. And you can hear my voice is a little raspy, but it got better as I did that warm up. So I feel better already. Objectives: be more expressive, just sound more interesting and more variety in your voice. A key, it's like in music, low key and high key, high, mid, and low, and we're going to work with that a little bit. And then the last one is the idea of make your speaking style warmer and more interesting. And we're going to use this key of high, mid, and low pitch and the MT4s to mix things together and just kind of show you and practice how to use more variety, how to say the same thing different ways. And again, given what meaning you want or what feeling you want to convey to the other person. All right. So there, excuse me, there are the MT4s from lesson 7, the ones we just did. There's falling, rising, flat, fall, rise, and rise, fall. Those are the ones from last week. This in lesson 8, we're going to add a few other things. You can see the second one on the list there, key, low, mid, high. I just explained that. The one above that says secondary stress. And what that means is, as we in the course, we've talked about in each sentence or each phrase, one word has more energy. Well, in a sentence, there may be maybe 3 rhythm groups, or two rhythm groups. And in one rhythm group will be the strongest, and then another one will be maybe half that loud, something like that. Now, this is not um, uh, again, not not absolutely necessary in your practice, but again, the idea here is, as I said, give you a little more expression. For example, I'll give you an example of what I mean by that. Let's take a sentence like um, even the word like even the sentence like that's very interesting. So what it means is I'm going to use a fall here. So if I just did a fall, it'd be that's very interesting. But if I put a secondary stress, we do it over here, something like this. That's very interesting. A little fall rise. See that? That's very interesting. I could do it as a flick, a thumb flick. I could do that's very interesting. Do it that way. That's very interesting. Or we have another one that's the loop, which is that's very interesting. You can see with the loop, you add a little more energy and your body even moves when you do it. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Or that's very interesting. Or that's very interesting. So with the thumb, very light, with a little fall rise, a little stronger, and then with the loop, quite a bit stronger. That's very interesting. Yeah, da-da-da, something like that. So that's what that is. Then the last one, you can see this like two or three lines going down off in that direction. And that one is called the final fall. And what that means is it's like when you're all done speaking or you're just really exhausted or the word I would use is exasperated with something. So, for example, like I'm done for today. You hear my hands hitting down here? My hands are going all the way down to my legs. I'm done for today. So your voice drops as much as possible. You can feel it in your throat. It's even below. If we talk about a low key here, it's below that. It's even lower. Right? So we could do that. So I'm done for the day, or I'm done for the day. In each case, you can see how your body relaxes, your voice relaxes, and it just falls down. So down there is oh, it's actually the same thing. Well, you should always repeat when you're teaching. There it is. You did it there twice. All right. So let's just, as usual, let's do training. Get very simple here. We're going to take each of the, we're going to take 5 of the MT4s, and we'll do each one of them with mid, high, mid, low, and mid key. So again, just practice. I'll just show you this. Very easy, but practice this yourself. And this is a good one too. Nice is a good strong N. So that's nice. That's nice. Really nice. Oh, wait. Again, nice. That's nice. Really nice. That's really nice. So mid, high, mid, low. You can hear my voice from the pollen outside. Still very scratchy. Now the same thing using the fall and then mid, high, mid, low key. So easy. That's easy. Really easy. That's really easy. When you do that one, try to make your voice as low as possible. And for me, because of the pollen, my throat, I can't do that very well. My voice does not have as much low um, vibration as usual. But see the idea there? Next one is a rise. Same thing. Again, this one again, lots of resonance, lots of feeling in your face. So beautiful. That's beautiful. Really beautiful. That's really beautiful. That's really beautiful. Way down here, as low as you can go. That's really beautiful. All right. Next one, fascinating. Same thing, rise, fall. So fascinating. That's fascinating. Really fascinating. That's really fascinating. That's really fascinating. Sorry. Yeah, well, whatever. All right. Then the last one, we're using a fall plus final fall down to your legs, right? So that one is cool, cool. So this is from mid pitch down here. right? Then you go up high, cool. You can imagine hearing somebody say that. Then mid pitch again, really cool, really cool. That's really cool. If somebody does that, their low voice down here already, that's really cool. Cool. You do that, your voice should just rattle when it gets down there. That's what you're after. That feeling of like something is just like it's jiggling down there. That's that's really cool. There. I can almost do it now. Can you hear that? I can almost do it. All right. Now here's our embodied oral reading. You go through it. You can see how it's written there. We got a H or M or L. That just tells you whether it's mid, high, mid, or low key. And then the MT4 is with it. So you got the key and the MT4. So for the first one, it's high key up here. So it's wow. Did you see that? So high, mid. Wow. Did you see that? A said that. Then look at B, just says what, but it's really low. So it's going to be a fall way down here. So what? What? In other words, B is not too interested, right? Okay. Now here we are, 2A. You can see in 2A we've got two two rhythm groups, right? Two rhythm groups. And notice the second one, it has those brackets around car, means car is louder than street, right? And so A is really excited. So A is way still up here, across the street, that car, high key, right? Then A continues on. It ran into our neighbor's van, didn't it? So it stays right up there in high key. So 2A, across the street, that car. It ran into our neighbor's van, didn't it? A is really excited. Okay, then B, looks like B begins to feel a little bit of the excitement too. So high key on what? What? But then he drops down to mid. Going to be just a fall. The TV was on pretty loud. So he goes, what? The TV was on pretty loud. So he didn't stay up on high. He came down to mid. Then the next line, I didn't hear anything. So what? TV was on pretty loud. I didn't hear anything. So mid key, stays at mid key. And 3A, so just high, still up on high. 3A, A is really, really excited about this. And just stays at high key, and you've got a rise, fall, and a fall. So unbelievable. The driver just took off running. Unbelievable. The driver just took off running. But B now is not too excited. B still stays at mid pitch. Here comes the police. Eh? Well, a little bit. Got a little bit excited. So here comes the police. Eh? Sounds like maybe he's a Canadian, in fact. Actually, I wrote this in Canada. He probably was Canadian. 4A, then we've got a rise, fall, and a fall, rise, still at high. A is just so juiced, right? So he went that way, didn't he? All right. Then B says, back in mid pitch, still mid B is not quite as excited. He says, they'll catch him, won't they? They'll catch him, won't they? Notice won't as the brackets, won't's a little louder, right? Okay, 5A. Now we've got mid. So A starts in mid key. So he goes, I hope so. What a mess. So we got two falls. I hope so. What a mess. Then B, oh, now B's got excited. How about that, right? Ah, over there. Look. They got him. So, over there. Look. They got him. So high, 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 and then mid. They got him. And then now A is calmed down a little bit. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. And then 6B, 6B is relaxed again like he was at the beginning, back to the beginning. 6B, or he or she, whatever. So 6B just says, you can say that again. You can say that again. Hey, that's a fun one. Practice that one at least 3 times as usual, and really making as much of a difference as you can between high, mid, and low key as you're doing it. You hear the difference in my voice already? My voice is beginning to clear up from trying to speak with energy and kind of resonance in my head. My voice feels much better already. Okay. Last piece, here are the secondary stress. We have primary stress, usually at the end of the sentence, usually. And secondary stress, you often have this when you have a longer sentence or a long phrase, something like that. So here's 2A. So 2A is high, going back, there's that across the street. Remember that? Across the street, that car, right? Now this one is, there's a mini fall rise, which would be a little bit of means fall rise. Something like, it ran into our neighbor's van. It ran into our neighbor's van. Didn't it? Oh, wait. Move that back. That fall should be under van, right? So it should be like this. It ran into our neighbor's van, didn't it? So the empty fours are off there. So it should be it. It ran into our neighbor's van, didn't it? Got that? Okay. Sorry about that. And then next one is to be what? And now we've got a flick. It's the thumb flick, this one. So this one is like this. The TV was on pretty loud. The TV was on pretty loud. The TV was on pretty loud. Got that? T. TV was on pretty loud. Oh, what? The TV was on pretty loud. Just a little flick, a really light flick of the thumb. Very, very quick. The TV was on very loud. And then the second line says, I didn't hear anything. We've got a loop, like that loop I was telling you about. So it'd be mid pitch, mid key. I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear, see I didn't hear anything. So almost the same between I and anything. I didn't hear anything. See what the difference is? When you loop, it gives you more body energy and it flows through it. I didn't hear anything. Okay. And then 3A. So the first sentence, unbelievable. It's high key, unbelievable. Now we're going to do the loop again up here. We got a fall at the end. So the driver just took off running. The driver just took off running. So driver. The driver just took off running. Driver just took off running. Now let me do that without the loop. Driver just took off running. Driver just took off running. Put the loop in. The driver just took off running. See that? It really brings a driver to our attention a little more. Kind of what that does. And then finally, here's 3B. There's no, we could put one in here. We could do here. Let's do just a little tap. We go, here comes the police. Hey, here. Now put a little tap there. Here comes the police. Hey, here comes the police. Hey, here comes the police. Hey. Again, that A is, I did that in Canada. My apologies there. Anyway, get the idea. So you have the secondary stress, like if we did that last sentence, we could do with a light fall rise. Here come the police. Here come the police. Now we'll do it with the thumb. Here come the police. Lighter, right? Here come the police. Now we'll do the loop. Here come the police. Here come the police. So kind of 3 levels of secondary stress. Just flick, tap, and loop for more energy. Okay, my friends, there you are. There's lesson 8. And like I said, get ready for lesson 9. Lesson 9 is a lot of fun. In fact, I was going to say, if you have boxing gloves, you might have those handy when we get ready to do that.